Hi class, Mrs. Calvi here. Quick review on calculating rates. So here we have the example. During exercise, Sonia's heart beats 675 times in 5 minutes. The question is asking how many times does it beat per minute? So that means we want to know how many times it beats for every 1 minute. So when we find unit rate, it means we want to find whatever unit we're talking about per one of them. So here we are talking about minutes, that is our unit, and we want to know how many times it beats in 1 minute. So whenever we're talking unit rate, the unit rate means per one of whatever we're talking about. And here we're talking about minutes. So if we know that her heart beats 675 times in 5 minutes, in order to figure out how many times it beats every 1 minute, we would just take the 675 and divide it by 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So it beats 675 times in 5 minutes. To find out how many times it beats in 1 minute, we're just going to do the division, right? So 5 goes into 6 once, left with 17. 5 goes into 17 3 times at 15. 5 goes into 25 5 times exactly at 25. Okay, so that means her heart beats 135 times per minute. So the unit would be times per minute, and you can abbreviate minute if you want to. So her heart beats 135 times per minute. Let's try another one. Okay, so here it says the Lawsons want to drive 288 miles to Rainbow Falls in 6 hours. What should their average speed be in miles per hour? So we want to find the unit rate. The unit we're talking about here is hours. So we want to know how many miles they would travel for every 1 hour. So again, we're going to take the total amount of miles divided by the total amount of hours they want to drive it in, and then that will give us the per unit rate. That will give us the amount of miles they drive in 1 hour. So we're going to do 288 divided by 6 here. So 288 divided by 6. So 6 goes into 0 times, goes into 28 4 times. 4 times 6 is 24. Left with 4, bring down our 8. 6 goes into 48 exactly 8 times. 8 times 6 is 48. So this is telling us that the average speed should be 48 miles per hour. So 48 miles for every 1 hour they drive. So 48 miles per hour. And that means per 1 hour. Okay, it's not necessary to put the 1. That's not typically how you would say it. You would just say they are going to drive approximately 48 miles per hour. And this is not an exact, because if you remember, the question said, what should their average speed be in miles per hour? So when you're driving a car, you're not consistently driving at the same speed, so it wouldn't be an exact answer. Okay, so these were 2 word problems. Let's try one that is not a word problem. Okay, here it says 9 runs in 3 games, and the directions are to find the unit rate. So we want to know how many runs it would be per game for every 1 game. And it also says round to the hundredths if necessary, all right? So if we have 9 runs in 3 games and we want to know how many runs that is per game, we are going to divide. 9 divided by 3. This goes in evenly. So our answer would be 3 runs per game, okay? So 3 runs per game, and that means per 1 game. So for every game, they had 3 runs, all right? So pretty simple. That is it for now, and I will talk to you guys soon.